1,000 miles of Death Valley adventure. 3 guys, 2 trucks, and just enough time for the trip. No excuses, no delays. It was time to go. Day 1 started in Ridgecrest with the last-minute preps for the long miles ahead. After a quick wash and filling the tanks, we set off with high confidence.
We've got radios, we've got max tracks, and a TRD Tacoma 2016. I think we're good. No problem with that.
Today we would visit several of the tourist areas of Death Valley and make time for some off-road exploration. Our first destination was a quick stop at Stovepipe Wells to get park passes and stretch our legs. Named for a nearby well that was constructed using stovepipe, today the village has a general store, restaurant, and gas station in addition to the hotel. Once we had our passes, we made the short hop to Mesquite Flat sand dunes. Formed from sand blown from nearby Mesquite Flat, creosote bush and gnarled mesquite bushes dot the fringes of the dune complex. At around 140 feet high, these dunes are not the tallest in the park, but they are easily accessible and worth the stop. That accessibility is probably one of the reasons these dunes were used for filming a scene in Star Wars. Let's do some quick introductions. That's my longtime friend Charlie. This is my son Andy, who doesn't always tolerate the camera. I'm Mike, and I'll mostly be the voice of narration. Charlie is driving the Nissan Xterra, and I'm driving the 2016 Toyota Tacoma. After a stop in Furnace Creek, we drove to Badwater Basin, the lowest point in North America. My vision of Death Valley before this trip was this place at 282 feet below sea level. A boardwalk takes you right by the salty spring-fed pool that gave Badwater its name, and you can get a close look at the intricate salt deposits that cover the basin. After the obligatory pictures, you can walk out onto the playa where the distances and geology are mind-bending. It made me wonder what it must have been like for early travelers to traverse this area on foot or horseback. They must have been rugged and motivated to make the journey. The fascinating salt deposits are caused by repeated frost thaw and rain and evaporation cycles. Andy has his own explanation.
Because there was a lake and it dried all up because of desert. It got all sucked up, and it's the same thing as crystal, but it's still crystal, but not the crystal like the giant one. It's like the crystal in rocks you would find, but it's salt.
It was early afternoon and we still hadn't left the blacktop. It was time to get rolling to our first backcountry destination, Echo Canyon and Inyo Mine Camp. Echo Canyon is easy to reach off the 190 highway, just a few miles out from Furnace Creek.
Left turn ahead. Upcoming roads have incomplete data. Please carefully observe the local traffic restrictions as they may not match the
Not well marked.
Your destination is ahead.
Okay, Andy says four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive.
Your destination is ahead.
The first few miles climb up Echo Wash, and we made good time on the relatively smooth road until about 3 miles in where we enter Echo Canyon. There's an extra dose of adventure when your route winds through a narrow canyon. Desert canyons like this one are a slice through time, with layers of Earth's history on display. The canyon opens up to another valley, and we made our way to Inyo Mine. Shadows were already long by the time we arrived, but we had enough daylight to explore what's left of the mining camp. I was surprised how much there was to see, and we all had fun exploring the ruins.
My gosh. Yeah, let's go explore some houses. See how we can dig them. I don't want to go explore, dead houses. Like dead-on houses.
Remains of a crusher and mill are weathering slowly in the dry desert.
A giant handle. That's surprising.
It's an old house.
No house.
Or some sort of building. It's just collapsed.
Huh.
All that's left is a foundation and a pile of wood. The main works are high up in the hills. We did find a dig closer to camp.
Flashlight and a giant powered flashlight and go. So Dad, I have one house left. Okay, let's go look at some more stuff. Yeah. A house that got wrecked. Did you guys see that? Come take a look, you guys.
What do they know?
What this town is.
Andy wouldn't let us forget that this was a ghost town. We explored a little further up the road and then made our way back. On the way down, we found the Eye of the Needle, a hole through the rock formed by natural weathering. The first day of our adventure had shattered my expectations. It turned out the second day was even better.